Question number 8. F of x is equal to modulus x by x if x is not equal to 0, 0 if x is equal to 0. இங்கே ஒரு ஃபங்க்ஷன் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. x is not equal to 0 னா modulus x by x. x is 0 னா 0. இப்போ you have to find whether it is continuous or not continuous at x is equal to 0. அப்போ limit 0 minus கண்டுபிடிக்கணும், limit 0 plus கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். LHL limit x tends to 0 minus f of x is equal to limit x tends to 0 minus modulus x by x. இப்போ நம்ம வந்து x வந்து 0 minus h ன்னு அசீவ் பண்ணணும். Put x is equal to 0 minus h. As x tends to 0 minus, as x tends to 0 minus, h tends to 0. Therefore, limit h tends to 0, f of x is equal to limit h tends to 0. இப்போ modulus of x க்கு பதிலா 0 minus h divided by இந்த x க்கு பதிலா 0 minus h. இப்போ x க்கு 0 போட்டீங்கன்னா இன்ஃபினிட்டி ஆயிடும். அதனால இது modulus of minus h. 0 minus h வந்து minus h. அப்போ modulus of minus h plus h. இது 0 minus h minus h is equal to minus 1. Left hand limit is minus 1. Then RHL. Limit x tends to 0 plus f of x is equal to limit x tends to 0 plus same modulus x by x. இப்போ நம்ம put x is equal to 0 plus h. As x tends to 0 plus h tends to 0. Limit x tends to 0, f of x equal to limit h tends to 0, modulus x, modulus of 0 plus h by 0 plus h is equal to 0 plus h, h, modulus of h, h by 0 plus h, h, h by h is equal to 1. For right limit 1, left limit was minus 1. Since right limit is not equal to left limit, therefore the function is discontinuous at x is equal to 0. Since LHL not equal to RHL, the function is discontinuous at x is equal to 0. 9. F of x is equal to x by modulus x if x less than 0, minus 1 if x greater than or equal to 0. Find LHL. Limit x tends to 0 minus f of x is equal to limit x tends to 0 minus x by modulus x. Put x is equal to 0 minus h. As x tends to 0 minus h tends to 0. Limit h tends to 0, f of x is equal to limit h tends to 0. இந்த x க்கு 0 minus h divided by modulus of 0 minus h. 0 minus h is minus h by modulus of 0 minus h, modulus of minus h, modulus of minus h plus h is equal to minus 1. Upper left hand limit is minus 1. Now we find RHL. RHL limit x tends to 0 plus f of x. Limit x 0 plus x greater than 0. X greater than 0 it is given already minus 1. Is minus 1 given. Therefore, then f of 0 also, when x is equal to 0 also minus 1. Since LHL equal to RHL equal to f of 0 equal to minus 1. Therefore, the function is continuous at x is equal to 0. Question number 10. F of x is equal to x plus 1 if x greater than or equal to 1. X square plus 1 if x less than 1. Now we have to find the limit 1 minus and 1 plus. Moda LHL. First LHL. Limit x tends to 1 minus. Limit x tends to 1 minus f of x is equal to limit x tends to 1 minus f of x is x square plus 1. Put x is equal to 1 minus h. As x tends to 1 minus h tends to 0. Limit h tends to 0 f of x is equal to limit h tends to 0 f of x is less than 0 1 minus h the whole square plus 1. We put h is equal to 0, 1 minus 0 the whole square plus 1. 1 minus 0 is 1, 1 square is 1, 1 plus 1, 2. Now RHL. Limit x tends to 1 plus f of x is equal to limit x tends to 1 plus is x plus 1. Put x is equal to 1 plus h. As x tends to 1 plus h tends to 0. Limit h tends to 0 f of x is equal to limit h tends to 0 in the x bala 1 plus h plus 1. Now 1 plus 0 plus 1 equal to 2. Right limit also 2, left limit also 2. Since LHL equal to RHL, the function is continuous at x is equal to 1. Question number 11. F of x is equal to x cube minus 3 if x less than or equal to 2, x square plus 1 if x greater than 2. 2 minus 2 plus. Left hand limit. LHL. Limit x tends to 2 minus f of x is equal to limit x tends to 2 minus. 2 minus means this x cube minus 3. If you put x is equal to 2 minus h. As x tends to 2 minus h tends to 0. Limit h tends to 0, f of x equal to limit h tends to 0. இந்த x cube ಬಲ 2 minus h the whole cube minus 3 is equal to இப்போ h க்கு பல 0 போட்டா 2 minus 0 the whole cube minus 3. 2 minus 0 2. 2 cube is 8. 8 minus 3 5. இப்போ left limit is 5. Now RHL. Limit x tends to 2 plus f of x equal to limit x tends to 2 plus for greater than 2 function is x square plus 1. Now put x is equal to 2 plus h as x tends to 2 plus h tends to 0. Limit h tends to 0, f of x is equal to limit h tends to 0, f of x is x square plus 1, that is 1 plus h, 2 plus h the whole square plus 1 is equal to, put h is equal to 0, 2 plus 0 the whole square plus 1. 2 square, 2 plus 0, 2 square is 4, 4 plus 1, 5. LHL is 5, RHL also 5, therefore the function is continuous. Since LHL equal to RHL, the function is continuous at x is equal to 2. For 12, f of x is equal to x power 10 minus 1 if x less than or equal to 1, x square if x greater than 1. Above 1 minus 1 plus. LHL. Limit x tends to 1 minus f of x is equal to limit x tends to 1 minus 1 minus is x power 10 minus 1. இப்போ put x is equal to 1 minus h as x tends to 1 minus h tends to 0. Limit h tends to 0, f of x is equal to limit h tends to 0, f of x is x power 10 minus 1. In place of x, we have to put 1 minus h. The whole power 10 minus 1 is equal to, you put h is equal to 0, 1 minus 0, the whole power 10 minus 1. 1 minus 0, 1. 1 power 10, 1 minus 1, 0. Therefore, left limit is 0. Then RHL. Limit x tends to 1 plus f of x is equal to limit x tends to 1 plus f of x is x square. Put x is equal to 1 plus h as x tends to 1 plus h tends to 0. Therefore, limit h tends to 0, f of x is equal to limit h tends to 0, f of x is x square, 1 plus h the whole square, 1 plus h the whole square. இப்போ இது h க்கு 0 போட்டா 1 plus 0 the whole square equal to 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 square is 1. See, LHL is 0 but RHL is 1. Since both are not equal, therefore the function is discontinuous at x is equal to 1. Since LHL is not equal to RHL, therefore the function is discontinuous at x is equal to 1. Question number 13. Is the function defined by f of x is equal to x plus 5 if x less than or equal to 1, x minus 5 if x greater than 1 is a continuous function. Less than or equal to 1 and greater than 1. Upon 1 minus and 1 plus. First you will find left hand limit, LHL. Limit x tends to 1 minus f of x is equal to limit x tends to 1 minus less than or equal to 1. This is x plus 5 is the function. Put x is equal to 1 minus h as x tends to 1 minus h tends to 0. Limit h tends to 0, f of x is equal to limit h tends to 0, f of x is your x plus 5. Now in place of x we have to put 1 minus h plus 5. Put x is equal to 0, 1 minus 0 plus 5. 1 minus 0, 1, 1 plus 5, 6. So left hand limit is 6. RHL. Limit x tends to 1 plus f of x is equal to limit x tends to 1 plus or greater than 0 x minus 5. Put x is equal to 1 plus h as x tends to 1 plus h tends to 0. Limit h tends to 0, f of x is equal to limit h tends to 0, f of x is x minus 5. 1 plus h minus 5. We put x is equal to 0, 1 plus 0 minus 5. 1 minus 5 is minus 4. Right limit is minus 4, left limit is 6. Since both are not equal, the function is not continuous. Since LHL not equal to RHL, the function is not continuous at x is equal to 1. Question number 14. F of x is equal to 3 if x greater than or equal to 0, less than or equal to 1. f of x is equal to 4 if question number 14 f of x is equal to 3 if x greater than or equal to 0 less than or equal to 1 4 if x greater than 1 less than 3 5 if x greater than or equal to 3 less than or equal to 10 இங்க நோ வேரியபிள் x கிடையாது ஒரு நம்பர் தான் இருக்கு அப்ப இங்க காமனா 1 இருக்கு அப்போ 1 plus 1 minus கண்டுபிடிக்கணும் அப்புறம் இங்க 3 இருக்கு அப்ப 3 plus 3 minus இங்க 10 க்கு இல்ல 0 க்கு இல்ல அப்போ 1 plus 1 minus 3 plus 3 minus at x is equal to 1 limit x tends to 1 minus limit x tends to 1 minus f of x limit x tends to 1 minus தான் இதுதான் is equal to 3 கொடுத்திருக்கு limit x tends to 1 plus f of x limit x tends to 1 plus இது 4 பாருங்க 1 minus left limit வந்து 3 1 plus right limit வந்து 4 and since both are not equal since limit x tends to 1 minus f of x is not equal to limit x tends to 1 plus f of x. Therefore, the function is discontinuous at x is equal to 1. Now we will find what about x is equal to 3. At x is equal to 3. Limit x tends to 3 minus f of x. 3 minus இதுதான் less than 3 4 limit x tends to 3 plus f of x 3 plus இது greater than 3 less than 10 is 5 so பாத்துங்க 4 is not equal to 5 since limit x tends to 3 minus f of x not equal to limit x tends to 3 plus f of x. Therefore, the function is not continuous. At x is equal to 3. The function is not continuous at x is equal to 1 and at x is equal to 3. Number 15, f of x is equal to 2x if x less than 0, 0 if x greater than or equal to 0, less than or equal to 1, 4x if x greater than 1. அப்போ 0 minus 0 plus ஒன்று கண்டுபிடிக்கணும் அப்புறம் 1 minus 1 plus கண்டுபிடிக்கணும் at x is equal to 0 LHL limit x tends to 0 minus f of x is equal to limit x tends to 0 minus f of x is 2x. Put x is equal to 0 minus h as x tends to 0 minus h tends to 0. Limit h tends to 0 f of x is equal to limit h tends to 0 here f of x is 2x 2 into 0 minus h is equal to 2 into 0 minus 0 we have to put h is equal to 0 upper 2 into 0 minus 0 0 2 into 0 0 so left hand limit is 0 then RHL. Limit x tends to 0 plus f of x. 0 plus f of x is 0. It is already given. Greater than 0 is 0. Is 0. So LHL, RHL also 0. LHL also 0. Since LHL equal to RHL, the function is continuous at x is equal to 0. Now check for x is equal to 1. At x is equal to 1, LHL. Limit x tends to 1 minus f of x is equal to limit x tends to 1 minus is 0, LHL is 0, then RHL. Limit x tends to 1 plus f of x is equal to limit x tends to 1 plus f of x is 4x. Now put x is equal to 1 plus h as x tends to 1 plus h tends to 0. Limit h tends to 0, f of x is equal to limit h tends to 0, your f of x is 4x. 4 into 1 plus h. Substitute h is equal to 0. 4 into 1 plus 0. 1 plus 0 is 1. 4 into 1 is 4. So LHL is 0. RHL is 4. Since LHL is not equal to RHL, the function is not continuous at x is equal to 1. The function is continuous at x is equal to 0, but the function is not continuous at x is equal to 1. See number 16, f of x is equal to minus 2 if x less than or equal to minus 1. 2x if x greater than minus 1 less than or equal to 1. 2 if x greater than 1. Above minus 1 minus 1 plus கண்டுபிடிக்கணும் 1 minus 1 plus கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். இப்போ ரெண்டுக்கு இங்கே நம்பர் இருக்கிறதுனால நம்ம டைரெக்டாக போட்டுக்கலாம். 2x மட்டும் இருந்தால் அந்த 1 minus h 1 plus h போடலாம். At x is equal to minus 1, LHL. Limit x tends to minus 1 minus f of x. Minus 1 minus less than minus 1. இது வந்து minus 2 கொடுத்திருக்கு. இது வந்து LHL. RHL. Limit x tends to minus 1 plus f of x is equal to limit x tends to minus 1 plus f of x is 2x. இப்போ இந்த இடத்துல put x is equal to minus 1 plus h. இந்த minus 1 ஓட plus h add பண்ணணும். As x tends to minus 1 plus h tends to 0. Limit h tends to 0, f of x is equal to limit h tends to 0, 2x. 2 இந்த x க்கு பதிலா minus 1 plus h. இப்போ கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். இப்போ h க்கு 0 போட்டா 2 into minus 1 plus 0. Minus 1 plus 0 minus 1. 2 into minus 1 minus 2. பாருங்க LHL is minus 2, RHL also minus 2, therefore the function is continuous at x is equal to minus 1. Since LHL equal to RHL, the function is continuous at x is equal to minus 1. Now we will check for x is equal to 1. At x is equal to 1, LHL limit x tends to 1 minus f of x is equal to less than 1, 2x is there. Limit x tends to 1 minus 2x. Let's put x is equal to 1 minus h. As x tends to 1 minus h tends to 0. Limit h tends to 0, f of x is equal to limit h tends to 0. Your f of x is 2x. 2 into 1 minus h. Put h is equal to 0. 2 into 1 minus 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. 2 into 1 is 2. So left limit is 2. RHL. Limit x tends to 1 plus f of x. Limiting here, there is no variable 2 there. Okay. Greater than 1 is it 2? Given. Left limit also 2, right limit is also 2. Therefore, the function is continuous at x is equal to 1. Since LHL equal to RHL, the function is continuous at x is equal to 1. The function is continuous at x is equal to minus 1 and at x is equal to 1.